Awsten, how's it going? Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm very psyched.
Your new album, Jinx, is out now. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How long did it take to work on this record?
The longest it's ever taken, like 3 years.
Why?
I never want to put out an album that I don't think is better than the one that came before it.
Right.
I really love intellectual property. I'm a big Water Parks fan. And like songs would happen and I wasn't, I'd be like, that was really cool. It's not better than, track 3 from that one. And also at that time, it was very transformational and there was a lot of changes going on. Like basically it was rebuilding the whole team from the ground up and like
what team?
Management, label, like some of our booking, like it was a lot, and I feel like whenever we're doing an album, I want it to stand the best chance. Like, cause if it's coming out, that means I fucking love it. And I want it to stand like the best chance possible. I didn't want to be like, let's put out an album like while we're not with anybody. And because it would effectively be me like on Instagram, like here's an album.
Right.
And then just however long I want to make TikToks for it. That's like the cycle. So it was like a partial thing of loving it enough to want it to have a chance with like, the infrastructure behind it to actually be able to possibly poke through in today's, world where there's 60,000 songs or whatever being uploaded a day on streaming.
Right.
And all that. And at the same time, that kind of perfectionism where I'm like, it's not quite right yet. Or this is the most like that songs have ever been like rewritten.
But you know what? It doesn't sound overwritten.
Thank you. See, that was really important, was not sounding overwritten, but just like one of my best friends I like to work on songs with, his name is Joe. And shout out Joe Regasta. Camera. And normally I would do like a couple songs per album with him, like maybe 2.
What do you mean work with him? Just as a co-writer?
Yeah. Because like, I guess I'm just not comfortable enough to work with that many people.
How much did you work with Zach on this record? Zach Cervini?
Yeah. So did like half.
Okay.
And he mixed like a little more than half of it.
Got it. It sounds great.
Dude, he's so good.
Zach is incredible. You can't book Zach now.
Yeah.
He's so booked that he's canceling sessions and like, I'm sorry.
Dude, luckily he lives like 5 minutes from me. And so, especially in this time, I'm like, hey, can I just come through and we work on this mix or whatever? Like, it sounds cool on these, but like in the car, it's weird. And I want you to hear it in my car.
Okay.
So I'd pull up, he'd get in. I'd be like, you see what I mean? How this part's hissing, but then this part's more dull than this, the snare is different here than it is here. And I want it to sound like it's up here.
That's how granular you get on your mixes?
Yeah.
Okay.
I tinker so much and there's always so many versions. And then I listen obsessively before it's out. And so I become attached to, like, I get demoitis for like EQs.
Yeah.
It's bad. It's like after an album comes out, it's very rare that I'm like, nah, the demo is still, or like the demo version of this thing was still better or whatever. But I try and like match the things that I instinctually get like stuck to.
Okay.
Like whether it's, hey, the vocals for some reason have like a little bit more like shine or like cut here. I think we need more like saturation and like push the EQ here, but obviously you don't want it to be like piercing or whatever. And so Cervini is also, he's good at pushing things to that limit, but also reining them in to where they're still palatable for like humans.
Zach is the person that introduced us.
Yeah.
The first time that I met you.
Was it like 2018?
Probably. We were working on Simple Creatures at the studio that Zach used to work at. And you came through to talk to him about something. And that's how we met.
That's crazy. Man, that's so cool. Yeah. I remember being psyched that day. I left and I was just like, I just talked to Mark. That was fucking weird. I called like 3 people. I was like, he's so nice.
Oh, that's nice of you.
He was like height mogging me. I didn't say mogging because that wasn't a thing yet. But I was like, he's way too tall. Like, I don't want to stand next to him. But he's like, fucking awesome. I love that guy.
Thank you very much. You have 6 fucking albums?
Too many.
In what amount of time? When did your first record come out?
The end of 2016.
That's too much. You don't have to write that much, dude.
I know, but I write way more than that. That's the problem.
What do you do with all the extra songs?
Every 6 months in the car or whatever, I'll just be like, I fucking love water parks. And I'll listen to like 50 of them if there's like a drive or like a flight or whatever. Or I'll like make imaginary or imaginary albums with them, like in playlists. And I'll make art for them too. So I live in a different reality than everybody else. We're actually on like album 15.
Are those ever going to see the light of day?
So that's the thing. Like going back to them is sort of almost like reassessing them or being like listening with fresh ears and being like, are there any ingredients of this that like are salvageable enough to like bring and like try and redo? Because some of the songs on this, like this is the case with every album, but sometimes I have like the riff or I have the chorus or whatever, and just everything around it isn't as good as the best aspect of it.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, shit, like I love this, but like we have a song on the last album called Real Super Dark. And I'm like, that's like the coolest guitar riff ever. Like Kid Me would be psyched on that, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, but the lyrics around it just aren't as cool as that riff. So I'm like, everything needs to be at that point. Otherwise, like, I think it's track 6 is Gwen Stefani.
Yeah.
And I mean, the first demo of it was in like 2020. And that the same guy that I was telling you about, Joe, he was like, he's very blunt with me because like we're very close. And so he'll speak freely.
Right.
We'll put it like that. And he's like, this is because I'm like, hey, like, what do you think of this? Like, I think there's something here. And he's like, this is fucking awesome. Oh my God. Like, I love the music. I love all the melodies. You can't say any of that shit. And I'm like, fuck you, you know, like, so then starts the process of like trying to be like, well, then what are the words? And like, why are we saying? And like, you know, is it a story? Is it a this? Like, what's the sonic like mood board of it? You know,
what's the sonic mood board?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I mean, it's kind of like there was an era of almost like stream of conscious weird, like almost like Bare Naked Ladies a little bit.
Okay.
Where it sounds random, but it's not.
You sent me an advanced copy a few weeks ago, and I listened to it, and I was like, "Oh my God, it's a whole album." I thought you were going to send me like one song, and normally when people, no, it's good, but because normally when people send me a whole album, I'm like, "Oh, this is a burden." Like but I started listening. Like you sent it to me in the morning, and I started listening to it. And one song was great, and the next song was great, and the next song was great. And I actually took my phone into the shower with me because I was getting ready to go do stuff. And I was like, this album is really good.
That makes me so happy. You don't even fucking know.
And I ended up listening to the whole record straight through and then going back and listening to it a second time all the way through. And I think it's a great record.
Dude.
Congratulations.
If there wasn't such a long table in front of us, I would fucking hug you. Like, fuck all the cameras. That just brings me so much joy. Thank you.
No, there's so much different stuff going on, and every song, it's cohesive as a record, but every song stands on its own.
Thank you. That's like kind of the point. You know what I mean? Like and like I want them to feel different from each other, like the songs to not have the same tones or the same whatever. But at the same time, you still want it to be like cohesive and not like discombobulated.
How do you write a song that has so many different sections and vibes and movements? How do you write a song at all? How does a song start for you?
It's kind of random. Like there's not like a set particular way, but a lot of times I'll just like hear a chorus and I'm like, fuck, how do I like transcribe that? You know, it's just like in my head, I'll be like, oh, like I hear what it's supposed to be. And then I do my sloppy demo version of it.
On guitar, on piano, on
like at home, like I'll do like MIDI drums and guitars and bass and pianos and like sing it and all this stuff. I actually just bought a good mic finally for this cycle.
What'd you buy? What was the mic?
The Sony C800.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Little $10,000 job.
Yeah. It's like the second most expensive thing I own besides like my car.
Right.
Because, you know, we wind up using so many like demo vocals for albums like forever.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? Like the albums are always done on the Sony C800. So it's like, luckily Cervini's a wizard and he can take the SM7B vocals and make them sound like that.
Yeah, totally.
But I feel like I'm making his job easier now.
How important is gear to you in general?
That's tough because like technically so many like incredible songs are made with like, you know, like 6 tracks or whatever. And like you can do things that are so I guess it just depends on the goal of that particular song. But naturally for me, songs can be dressed down, you know what I mean? Especially if they're just great at their core.
Yeah.
But I kind of want to hear some weird shit I've never heard.
What were you listening to when you were writing and recording this record?
Oh man, like everything. It was such a long, like, you know what I mean? It's like, what'd you listen to for 3 years? I'm like, oh fuck, like everything. But naturally I would catch myself kind of reverting back to things that I'd listened to like growing up. You know what I mean? Whether it was like No Doubt or Eminem or like, but I also love like pop music. So I'd be listening to like Kesha. And then I also like want things to sound like, I don't know. You also kind of want to listen to things that are like soundtracks. Like my favorite soundtracks, like the It Follows soundtrack.
Really?
Yeah. And then like, I'll listen to, you know, like video game soundtracks too. Like, I mean, mainly because they make me feel like, I'm like, oh, I remember what this level is.
Yeah.
But it'll be like Spyro or like Crash, you know? So listening to things like that also helps bring in like outside influence that you wouldn't get from listening to, you know what I mean? Like exclusively like things, especially like in your genre.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
do you believe in genre?
I know the definition, but like, I think it's just obnoxious and it's lazy and it's just meant for making marketing easier for people.
How would you describe Water Parks to someone that never heard your band?
Am I being an asshole or am I in an Uber? You know what I mean? I'd be like,
can it be both?
I'm like, it's rock music. Who cares? Like,
right. Even in one song, there'll be like 4 different vibes.
Yeah. So that's kind of like by design because I think I get distracted or I get bored and I want to hear a bunch of things. Mm-hmm. And also I feel like people, like nobody's into just one thing. Like I feel like back when I was growing up, it was like, what kind of music do you like?
Right.
Oh, so you like punk? Like that's awesome. Mm-hmm. Oh, you like emo? Different things. Like you like one of, and like now everybody is just so into everything pretty much that I think everyone's ready to hear, like songs can have completely different, they can be dressed in different styles or different genres and still coexist on like a consecutive body of work.
Well, listening to it, like I said, I listened to it twice all the way through.
Dude, you don't even know. Like, thank you.
And it kept everything fresh and it kept everything new. And this is great. So I read an interview that you did where you said that this album feels like 10 different versions of yourself.
Yeah.
What version of yourself on the record fits you today? Like what song is the Awsten of today? Sitting here in the studio.
I mean, it feels fucking appropriate to play Tell Me Why.
All right, let's talk about this song. How did this song come together?
This is one of the most difficult songs we've ever written. And like, I know people like say that, like this album was like such a challenge, but like truly it was a fully different process because it was so narrative driven.
Yeah.
And it was one of those examples where like we had the chorus and I was like, damn, this chorus is like fucking colossal. It's so sick. And everything else needs to be as good as that. Mm-hmm. And then I was sitting with Joe and it was like we could make this such like, it's such an existential, like if the only point of life is not to die, can you tell me why? Like, and trying to turn that into a real, like trying to turn it into a story. It's like, okay, well, what does that look like? It's like, okay, what if you show, like we were to show like all sides of that. And it's like kind of dressing purgatory as like a DMV. And then,
yeah,
you know what I mean? And then it's like, you go to heaven, you go to hell. And like almost, it was like writing a play sort of. And then another thing that was really interesting about it, because I'm just like a production nerd, but I was like, it almost feels like that song has like Foley. You know what I mean? If it was like a movie, it feels like we made a movie without filming it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then it's got like, you know, birds and harps and like angels and wind and all this stuff in like heaven. And then like in hell, there's like layers of us just like screaming and there's like fire and there's like all this stuff that's like tucked in and kind of like, you know, sidechained or whatever. And it's like such a roller coaster. And then you realize you're like, oh my God, I thought this song was going to be like 5 minutes. It's actually only like 3.5. It's like, holy shit. We like cover so much ground because every syllable is so accounted for and every line is so intentional. Like we had discussed the idea or like someone was like, well, what would you do for a radio edit? And I was like, I don't know. Because if you take out like any parts, it's like, you know, it's kind of like you're watching a movie. It's like, what's the radio edit of this movie? It's like, I don't know. You skipped act 2. Like, what do you fucking, like, people are going to be like, what happened here? And so that's a challenge with that song.
It's interesting that was a song that you hit me up to be part of. And I'm so honored to be part of it. If the only point in life is not to die, can you tell me why? Is what I've been going through for the past 5 years after beating cancer.
Yeah.
Like if the only point of life is to get through this cancer, like what do you do on the other side of that? Because after like I got better and was pronounced clean, I'm like, all right, cool. You're free to go live your life. I'm like, well, what the fuck do I do now? Yeah. You're sitting in traffic or you're annoyed at, you know, you're waiting for the cable guy and he's like,
you're like, you made it through.
Like, yeah. I beat cancer and I'm still fucking sitting in traffic. This is so unfair.
Anyway. You should be allowed to skip traffic.
Yeah. You wrote a book.
I did.
How was that for you?
I wrote it in 2018. And I think sometimes with like large bodies of work like that, I can accomplish them if I'm really depressed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were you depressed in 2018?
Yeah. Like, you know, like there was so much going on. Like there was just like weird label issues. And then like, it was just a lot of like odd, like fan stuff that you just aren't ready for. You're like, why are you like, I grew up like not wanting anyone to be mad at me.
course.
You know? And when you like have like this onslaught of like whatever, and you're like, I don't even know what I fucking, you know, like I just felt like there were so many issues with that. I was going through like a bad breakup, you know, had like no fucking money, all this stuff, and finished a Europe tour, came home. We were going to be home for like, I think we were home for like a month and a half. And every day I would just wake up at like 6 a.m., 7 a.m. and just start typing. I need to be productive because if I'm just sitting there and I haven't done anything that day, my brain starts to turn on me. And with the book, I kind of just woke up and wrote every day from like, you know, kind of early morning to maybe like noon or 1. And after like a month and a half, I was like, oh, fuck. Like I printed it and I was like, oh shit. I was like, okay. And I brought it to our managers at the time and I was like, I wrote a book.
What's the book about? What's it called?
It's called You Be Paranoid Too If Everyone Was Out to Get You, a collection of personal stories and I think like advice.
Okay.
Yeah. Like I said, 2018. But yeah, it's kind of autobiographical. And then each chapter is kind of broken up by questions that people had submitted to, I think it was like FormSpring or Ask FM. It was one of those like question sites. And so, you know, if I talked about like childhood stuff or like awkward teenage shit or like, you know, dating or music or like, you know, coming up with and doing like shows and trying to get signed, like basically at the end, there would be like stories about it. And then after each chapter, there would be like questions. People didn't know what they were submitting them for at the time, but then it would just like answer things like based on those chapters.
Got it.
You know?
Mm-hmm.
So it's so funny. Like I usually don't like to talk about projects or anything before they're like done, but I've definitely started like 4 more
books.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Cause it's like, well, this one should be fiction. And like, I want it to be about this, you know? And then sometimes I'll be like, well, maybe that could be better as like a screenplay. And then I'll like start like jumping around. It's like, that's where the ADHD is like a weapon in your favor. But then it's also the thing that's like fucking you up where it's like, okay, I could do this. Oh my God, but it could also be this. Wait a second. New idea. Move these. We're doing this now. And eventually, like when they work, like when the book came out, it was like, oh fuck, like now there's a book. But for every like one of those, there are 10 things.
So how do you narrow it down and how do you end up focusing enough to get one of these things out? If you're scattered enough that you have 4 different books going and you have like all these songs that you write and some of them make it and some of them don't make it, how does it work its way through your brain to actually see fruition?
Honestly, I think there are a couple friends that sort of keep me on track with it where, you know, if I mention the project, like whatever it is, and I know that they know about it, it kind of creates like an invisible accountability for me where I'm like, shit, I told them I was going to do this. Now I need to like follow through, you know, because nobody likes the guy that's like doing this. And it's like, where is it?
Oh yeah. Well, the person that always posts big things coming.
Yeah, exactly. Like you don't want to be like local promoter, you know, or like local, local SoundCloud rapper where you're like, yo, big shit's coming really soon, you guys.
You used to work as a scare actor in a haunted house.
This feels like a Nardwar interview now. That's cool. You're like, we have this picture of you. Like,
I don't have a picture of you, but I did hear that you were a scare actor in Houston.
Yeah.
Tell me.
It was called Phobia. That's the haunted house. And I was in Claustrophobia. That was my house. And I would wear like torn up clothes and like fake blood and stuff. And it was really fun because, you know, like, especially like in high school, like no one's scared of you. You know what I mean? You're just like, hey,
you were in high school at the time?
Yeah. I was like, will you listen to my band? And then like you go there and you're like covered in blood. You're like, ah! You know, like coming through walls and stuff.
Did you make kids cry?
A little.
Yeah.
But my favorite thing was when you would, there were actually, no, 2 things. One, when you would jump out at a couple and the guy would freak and just push his girlfriend at you. You just know you caused so many fights that night. And so that was always sick. They'd be like, Derek, or
fucking Derek.
Yeah, exactly. It's always fucking Derek.
Yeah.
Or if there was a group of like 12 people, what I would do is, you know, because you can run, there's like space in the walls, like crawl space type vibe.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, like industry trade secrets. Sorry. No. So you could like run through and I would run to the back of the line and I would be like, hey, what's that one's name? And it was like whoever looked the most scared. Like, let's say it's some girl who's just like, nope, nope, nope. And let's say it's Ashley, right? And I'd run back there, be like, Ashley in the pink shirt, Ashley in the pink shirt, Ashley in the pink shirt. Shout out, Ashley. What's going on, dude? But then everybody'd be like, Ashley. And she'd be like, ah. So
Do you listen to a lot of music?
Yes, but around this time, it's kind of mainly just water parks.
Really?
I don't know, because like when I'm listening to it, I'm kind of like, okay, now I wonder if we could make a bunch of videos for this, or I wonder if we can. You kind of like start going like, now how do I show this to people? How do I like elevate this thing now that it's here?
Can I be in the video for Tell Me Why?
Please.
Okay.
Like straight up, please.
Yeah,
like,
I'd like to.
Right now, there's just, I guess people are going to know by now, but it's just that puppet one.
Yeah.
Which is sick.
That's a good one. Actually,
not
there
bad.
already is a video. I don't need to be in it.
We should make a video.
Okay.
Can we make a video?
Yeah. It's on. Sorry, my hands are sweaty.
That's okay.
Okay. How are you going to do these songs live?
I don't know about Tell Me Why, actually. And also Girls Need Guns, like we have to do that. But yeah, like that song is mainly like the closing track. All the verses and like the intro and outro and everything, it's like my mom talking. And it was just like a conversation that we had. So
get her ass on tour.
Yeah, straight up. She would love that. She would be psyched. She's like the only person who likes water parks more than I do.
Really?
Yeah.
Shout out, Mom.
Shout out, Mom. Like every time we get a magazine, maybe 2 weeks later, she's like, look, and it's in the kitchen. There's just a spread of like 8 of them. No matter what it is.
That's
I'm like,
cool.
I'm like, you don't need 8. And also I can get you these. Like, you don't have to buy them.
I have people.
Yeah.
You rolled deep today. How many people did you show up with?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like 10.
Wow.
Yeah, I got a lot of friends.
Yeah, the new crew.
Yeah. You know,
the new team.
Forgot where I came from. I met these people last week.
Forget all the small people. How do you guys tour when you tour? Are you in a van? Are you in a bus? Are you in an RV?
Bus.
Bus.
Yeah. Actually, got a little spoiled. The last couple of years we've done, we had 2 buses.
Really?
In America, not in the UK.
Okay.
Or anywhere else.
Because in the UK, those things are like.
How do you do that?
What?
They are like, if I'm walking around like
this. It sucks. Being tall.
Yeah.
Sucks.
Say it again.
It sucks.
Look in one of the cameras and say being tall sucks.
Being tall sucks.
Fuck you.
I mean, it's great when you go to shows.
Yeah.
Like you can stand
you
wherever.
can block people's views.
I don't block people's views.
You could.
I know. Well, you know what? I've been this tall for a long time. And when I went to shows, I always went crazy early and I was always on the barricade. Fuck the people behind me. No, I stood there. I fucking earned that spot.
Yeah, of course.
I stood in like,
like that picture.
Yeah.
Like Palladium.
Exactly. The picture at the Palladium. There's this in my studio. I have a picture that I found online. It was 1990. Sonic Youth was playing on the Goo tour at the Hollywood Palladium. And I went there and we got there at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon because we wanted to be on the barricade. We waited outside for hours and hours. We got inside. I was in the front. There was a band that played. It was an all-girl punk band called STP. And then the band that played next was this band from Seattle called Nirvana. And they had just released Bleach. And I was on the barricade for the thing. And there was a rock photographer there. I think his name's Robbie Robertson. And he took a photo of it. And there I am. You can see my head and you can see Kurt, you can see Chris, and then you can see their old drummer. That was before Dave was in the band. And I had it in my studio.
And on the speaker, who's sitting on the speaker?
And on the speaker, on the side fill monitor is Kevin Lyman from the Warped Tour wearing a Big Drill Car t-shirt.
That's so fucking crazy. Like you were familiar with Nirvana, right? Or not
I had never even heard of Nirvana. Like Bleach had just come out.
So crazy.
And there was no internet, and there was no way that I would have heard of this band because they weren't on MTV. We didn't have
alternative. How did you find people
back then?
Yeah,
word of mouth. When my girlfriend gave me Descendants, I Don't Want to Grow Up cassette. I was like, I love this and I want to find more of this. So I went to my local warehouse music store and I showed the guy at the counter. I'm like, I want to hear more of music that sounds like this.
Wow.
And the guy gave me Sonic Youth's Daydream Nation, which is one of the best albums of all time, and Social Distortion, Prison Bound.
Fuck.
And so that's how I started learning about bands. And I lived in the middle of the desert, so there was no radio.
Where was that?
It's called Ridgecrest. It's like 3 hours from here. It's on the way to Mammoth. It's nothing. It's like it was 12,000 people when I was born. We had one stoplight. When they put in the second stoplight, they had a big parade and the mayor came out and cut the tape and all that shit. That's how small the town that I grew up in was.
That's so crazy.
Yeah. So how did we get to this point? What are we talking about?
We're talking about Ridgecrest and Mammoth.
Yeah. But that's how we found out. That's how I found out about bands. But yeah,
so cool.
And being tall sucks. And so we're talking about touring.
I also hate being tall.
You tour in a bus now, which is awesome. And in the US, you have what, a band bus and a crew bus?
Yes. Well, actually, or
an Awsten bus and an everybody else bus.
Yo, that would be fun. But there's technically it's not band and crew bus because we put Otto on like crew bus, but then we have like a couple like crew people like on ours.
Yeah.
It's more so just like who wants to stay up until 5 or 6 a.m. playing video games and who wants to sleep. I want to sleep.
Yeah.
And Otto and the other guys just watch like war movies with like the hottest actor dudes ever. You know what I mean? So like I'll walk into their bus and they're watching like Platoon again. And I'm like, oh, you watching beautiful, beautiful men make war together with each other's bodies again? And they're like, shut the fuck up. I'm like, you've seen this movie. Like, but so that's kind of what it's like divided to. Oh my God, Awsten bus sounds crazy.
It's pretty nice when you have your own bus.
Yeah.
It's pretty dope.
Okay, wait, how many people were in yours? Like the Mark bus?
In my bus?
Yeah.
Well, it used to be me and, well, what happened was this, we would always be touring.
Yeah.
And then like, we started getting married and have like serious girlfriends and stuff. And so I think Travis was the first person. It's like, you know what? I'd like to have my own space.
Yeah.
I'd like to have my own bus, bring my, I think it was girlfriend at that point. I'd like to bring my girlfriend. And I was like, okay, cool. Well, if Travis has a bus, I'm cool with getting my own bus. And then it was me and my wife, and it was me and my wife and my kid. And then my kid started going to school and was like, I don't want to go on tour anymore. And so then it was just me on a bus, and that,
wait, just you?
Sometimes, yeah. And that is the loneliest tour life ever.
Oh my God.
Like you play this big show and you feel cool.
Yeah.
Like you sold out an arena.
Everyone's like,
Everyone's like, cool. And they're singing
like,
songs you wrote.
And then
you go and you sit in your bus by yourself for like 8 hours. You're like, wow.
Damn.
You know when you play a show and then you go sit in a hotel room by yourself? Sucks.
Yeah, I guess. But like for me, when we would finish, I would like go back to the bus, like, and luckily there'd be like a shower, or usually there's like a shower that works, and you're just like
in the bus.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I would rinse off, and then I would just sit there and be like, ooh, that was nice. And then I'll like heat up, you know, whatever, like I Postmated earlier that day, and I'm like, boom, I got some Tom Yum soup right here. I was like, that's beautiful.
You have what soup?
It's like, it's called Tom Yum soup.
What is it?
It's like my favorite soup. It's like, it's like from like Thai.
Is it spicy?
It is, but I have to
Sorry.
get, well, hang on. You can get it with less.
Okay.
Because I
Tom Yum?
Yum.
Yum.
Yeah.
Tom Yum.
I do it with chicken instead of shrimp. But like if,
oh yeah, I don't like shrimp.
like I don't dislike shrimp. It's just like
Wet
other
bugs.
things are way better. Well, okay, hang on. Do you think like, see, I agree with you, but at the same time, like crawfish is my favorite food.
Jesus Christ, man.
Come on.
Well, I guess you're from, where were you born? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
Okay,
and we'd be doing
makes
it like in the
sense.
driveway with like a big ass cooler, and you know. But I would just like a non-spicy version because I started getting reflux when we were recording Fandom. That was like right after I met you, actually. And I'd be trying to sing, and it was like, and so then I had to go get the camera, down my stuff, and.
By the way, how often had the camera go up your nose and down your throat?
Once. I hated it. I don't want to do it again.
I ended up doing it a lot because I'm always psycho about my voice.
Yeah.
But I found a doctor here in LA, and I'll introduce you to him, who can look at your throat, and they don't have to spray the numbing stuff in your nose, and they don't put the camera up and back down your throat. Literally, they take like a gauze, and they grab your tongue, and you say ah, and they stick a mirror, and you don't gag, and you're not uncomfortable at all. It takes like 3 minutes.
Are you saying you don't gag or people don't gag? Like one doesn't gag?
One does not gag.
Okay.
Because that's the thing, is they stick the camera up the nose and down the back of your throat.
I hate it. I felt it for like 2 days after, and I was like,
it's terrible.
Yeah.
All right, we're way off track.
Are we?
Speaking of food, though, last question for you.
Last question.
We've been talking for 40 minutes.
Have we?
Yeah.
Oh.
You're on tour. You finish a show. The bus leaves the venue and is driving overnight to the next city.
Yeah.
They pull into a bus stop or a truck stop at like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
You go into the truck stop. What snacks and drinks are you coming out with?
Let's see. This is tough because all the ones that I'm thinking of right now, I would just buy like the horrible trinkets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
like
fine too.
I got a pen that looks like a gun. I buy magnets. Or I'll like buy people's names. You know what I mean? If it's like Bill, I'm like, definitely need Bill. Sometimes they repackage like Pokemon cards nobody wants.
Okay.
And they resell them back to you for like $12. And I'm like, yeah, I'll take one of those. And it's never good.
What's your favorite Pokemon?
That's hard. I'd say like maybe Snorlax because he's just like having a good time.
Yeah.
Like Haunter, Gengar, Scyther. Kangaskhan was like my first holo, so I'm gonna.
What type is your starter type?
God, I really like all of them, but
water type. You
Yeah,
gotta go water type.
Why?
Dude. Come on, go water parks.
See, I've always said I can't have a water related death because like the headlines would just be like endless. You know, or people like Twitter would just be relentless. Be like water parks singer, drowns in a whirlpool or in like, whatever it is. I'll be like, fuck. Like my ghost would just be floating around like, this is bullshit. And
Awsten dies in a lazy river.
Yeah, no, literally. Oh, that'd be the worst one to die in.
You know what? I did an actual real life lazy river up in Idaho a couple weeks ago.
A couple weeks ago?
Yeah.
We have different lives. That's awesome.
Yeah, where you go and you have an inner tube and you go and you drive out to this spot. It's literally like you have to drive a mile off the road to this river, and the river does a natural loop where it comes back around. And so you hop in, get in your inner tube, and you go like 100 yards down. Then you get out and you walk literally like 500 yards, not very long at all.
Yeah.
Hop back in the water and you float through beautiful like ice capped mountains and wildflowers and pine trees and reeds and everything else. And it's the most gorgeous thing. And you just float for an hour right back to your car and you get up and you go home.
That's so, where is this?
It's in Idaho. I'll take you.
Will you?
And me. Yeah. Fucking ultimate water
I've been wanting to reconnect with nature just like a little bit. Ashley's been trying to make me for like years. She's like, you need to go outside. You need to go camping. I've never been camping.
Fucking camping sucks.
Camping seems like it sucks.
Camping sucks.
My parents didn't let me be a Boy Scout.
My dad was an Eagle Scout.
Ah.
And at one point he did this thing called the Order of an Arrow. And literally they did this to him. They gave him a book of matches, a knife.
Stop.
And a live chicken. And sent him and his Boy Scouts out into the woods, and they had to be out there for like 2 or 3 days.
You had to make the chicken parts last?
I think they let their chicken go. I think my dad said they let their chicken go.
That's cool.
But you're just letting a chicken go in the forest. What chance does that chicken have?
It's going to die, but at least it's not like I have the memory of like...
Yeah, totally.
Like that, I feel like would make me so sad. The other day, my dad tricked me into going on a deep sea fishing boat. I hadn't seen him in like a while. And he was like, hey, I'd really like to go fishing with you. Like, we did that when I was a kid and stuff. And I was like, okay. He's like, yeah, it's just right off the coast. And I get up at like 5 a.m. to go do this, which by the way, not even like a morning person. I guess only you and my dad.
You just said that you got up at like 6 or 7 and wrote your book.
I know.
Okay.
I know. It comes in waves, like very short bursts, or like I'll do it if I have to. But I go there and my sister's there too. We get on the boat and it starts just going out in the water for like an hour. I'm like, when is it stopping? And I threw up like the entire time.
Dope.
I threw up like 20 times. I'm not even kidding.
Wow.
And that's the most I've ever thrown up before. My sister was throwing
Congratulations.
up.
New record. Solid.
And we were talking about dads. My bad. I don't know how I got. And getting up early. Cool.
All right.
I don't remember why I did that.
It's all good. Did you catch any fish?
No, I threw up the whole time.
Great.
You want to see?
Sure. Show me the photo.
My sister was taking pictures of me throwing up. You ready? This is gross.
Solid. Is that your dad with the mustache?
That's my dad right there.
The disappointment on your dad's face is so
my
palpable.
Girlfriend's boyfriend hitting me with a thumbs up. Do you guys want to zoom in? Do you guys have Zoom? What do you mean, ew? It's natural.
Yeah. And what'd you have for breakfast that morning?
I had an Uncrustable. Normally, I don't even like breakfast, but my sister was like, you're going to want food in your stomach. I got these Uncrustables, and it was a new kind. It was like cinnamon or something.
It's like super bologna.
Yeah. Oh, it's like, this is pumpkin and meat.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, cool, man.
Nice.
Yeah.
The new record Jinx is out now everywhere. It's awesome. Congratulations. I'm part of it and I'm proud to be there. Awesome. Water parks. Go check them out. Get the record. Thanks for being here today, man.
Trying to zoom in on this. That's yours. I brought you the pink one.
I love it. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having me. This is so sick, by the way.
Awesome.